Hello there, and welcome to Chasing the Twist. Today we will be adding a treble bleed circuit to this Epiphone inspired by 1966 Century guitar. I got this Epiphone off of Craigslist for $400 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I don't remember. And it's a lot of fun. It has a nice acoustic tone. You can play it sitting on a couch. I bring it to open mics. It's $400. It's a plywood body, I'm pretty sure, a laminate body, I guess you would call it. And so it's really rugged. It stays in tune. If it gets beat up a little bit, I don't care too much. It was just $400. But it's got a really bassy and pretty dark tone. So I've decided to add a treble bleed circuit to it so that I can roll the volume down a little bit, cut some of the lows, and keep the highs. That's the idea. I'm going to be playing through my Fender Princeton 1968 reissue. And let's get some before tone. So here's acoustic. That's not going to change at all with this treble bleed circuit. So it has a P90, which kind of adds to the thumpy mid-range, if you will. And that's on 10. Let's see, if I turn it down a touch, that's on 9. Let's say this is 8. We're starting to lose some of that high end. 7-ish. 6. You might be able to hear acoustically as much as that. As you've noticed, this is a archtop inspired guitar, and by that I mean there's no control cavity. If you have a Stratocaster or even a Telecaster, a solid body guitar has a routed out section for all the controls and a cover over it. So you can unscrew the cover and you have access to the controls. There is no control cavity for this, so my understanding is I have to take the pick guard off so that I can remove the pickup. I have to take these knobs off, unbolt them, as well as the input jack, and take everything out through the pickup hole. To help me do this, I ordered a harness installation kit. It's a TV Jones branded product. I got both of these. This is an Emerson treble bleed kit. I got both of these through Sweetwater.com. And I got my candies this time. I have never done this before. I've never added a treble bleed kit, and I've also never, for sure, worked on a archtop style guitar. I got the knobs off using a panel prier. I put some tape down on the body just to try and protect it from marring. You take this dowel and you stick it in the input jack or the output jack, and then you stick these tubes onto your pots so that you can pull them out and then pull them back through. I don't know if you can hear that static from the amp. I'm worried I might need new output tubes or something. But I took it to a shop and he checked everything and said everything was fine. Again, I don't know why they gave me two different tube sizes. It's kind of annoying. I don't want two different tube sizes. What did I just do? I put the tubes on the pots, on the pegs. I put flags on the end of the tubes so they won't pull through, or at least that's the hope. I'm going to do the same on the dowel. I'm not too convinced about this dowel piece, but then I marked the volume pot, because that's the pot that needs to be worked on. Now, I modified this IKEA wrench, or I don't know where it came from, to fit these. It's nice and flat, and it fits them. That way I can slip it under the knobs. This one's bigger. Oh, look at that. And this fits the input jack bolt. This is like the perfect wrench. Perfect tree wrench. I was hoping to be able to slip the nuts over the tubes. But it doesn't look like you can. Okay, now here goes nothing. Pull it through. Just getting hung up on something. I'm not sure what. Our grounding wire. Put some tape where the bridge is, because I don't remember. I had a system for knowing what it was, but I don't remember anymore. Yep. There's a wire there. Okay, so I guess I need to solder a wire to that. The kit doesn't have a solution for the ground wire to the bridge. So I need to solder a wire to it that will fit through the hole so that I can pull it back out. Oh no! The ground wire came out. I wasn't careful enough when I was turning it around and the ground wire came out. Try to feed it through and grab it. So I wasn't careful enough when I was turning it around and the ground wire got pulled through. Thankfully, this is solid core wire, so it's nice and rigid. I was able to feed it through. I will now solder it together this way, tip to tip, so that I can pull it back out. And also, of course, solder the treble bleed circuit onto the volume pot, which is the whole reason we were doing this to begin with. That should be enough for my purposes. Okay, now for soldering on the treble bleed circuit. My understanding is you solder it to the two hots, not the ground, and make sure it doesn't touch the casing. So maybe I'll add shrink tubing. As Philip McKnight says, always good to keep a clean workspace. Now we get to the part. The whole reason for buying the kit is the reassembly. Taking it apart is easy. Putting it back together is why you buy the kit. So So the jack stayed on, so I'm going to put that nut on really quickly. I'm trying to help it turn the corner. There we go. Now for the moment of truth. Treble bleed circuit is on. It's all put back together except for the pick guard. It's tuned up. Good enough for our tests. Tone and volume knobs are on 10. Should sound about the same, I would think. Now to turn down a touch. Another touch. There you have it. I'm going to listen back to it. I think it's a subtle but meaningful difference. Now I can turn the volume down a little bit, maybe to 8. That'll cut some of the low mids, but keep all the highs, so it'll sound better with less processing. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully this was helpful. Tips. This kit worked out great. It was $7, $6, $7 from Sweetwater. I highly recommend either building your own kit. You could get these tubes from home centers or medical supply. You can get these a lot of places. But I was ordering the part. I figured a $6 kit was worth not having to go to another store. Also be mindful of the ground wire and that the kit doesn't have a solution for that. Otherwise, it took 45 minutes, but it was an easy project, and I think it will make a difference. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and be sure to give us a thumbs up.